Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the cessation of fluctuations of the mind stuff. Yoga is now. And if you're watching this video, you, like me, are on this path.
Hello, my name is Anna. I am a lifelong student of yoga, and for the past few years, I have been teaching it to people of all ages and all fitness levels. With these yoga videos, I would like to reach out to a broader audience and share some of my discoveries that I have made in my own practice and teaching. Many of us, when we first come to yoga, do so for physical reasons. We want a better body. We want to feel better physically. However, yoga has a far-reaching effect not only on our physical self, but also on the emotional and mental capacities of us as well. And with these videos, my goal would be to bridge the physical and the metaphysical in interesting ways to help you find connections between your body, your mind, and your spirit. Also, I would like to share some of the ways you can deepen your yoga practice by practicing yoga poses with a certain energetic element and exploration to them. I'm going to come up with a series of short videos illustrating some of the poses that allow you to A, find a good alignment in them, and B, have a certain energetic experience in them. For example, downward facing dog. Many people tell me that when they first begin their yoga practice, downward facing dog is certainly not a resting pose, as their teacher often would say. And with this short video, I would like to show you a way to a downward facing dog that is very enjoyable, no matter what your flexibility or strength level is.
The most helpful thought here is to realize that downward facing dog is a back bend. So when you move into the pose, evoke a sense of full front body opening. Activate the toes and the arches of the feet. Firm the shoulder blades against the back ribs. On the exhale, first move back until your head is about between your arms, keeping the spine long. Then lift just the knees, reaching the tailbone up, keeping the knees soft. Keep tilting the pelvis forward and broadening the chest toward the floor. You can get a nice stretch in the hamstrings here, without locking the knees, which would only round your back and bring more weight into the wrists. Instead, bend the knees, lengthen in the spine, and sink your heels down to the floor. If you allow your low back to round too much, you're restricting the breath. Some really flexible people can even create a sway back in their low back. Avoid this. Instead, firm the lower ribs in a bit, so your back is straight from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Let your jaw, neck, and face be relaxed so the blood can reach the head. Also make sure that you're not sagging in the armpits, shrugging your shoulders up toward the ears. Instead, slide the shoulders down toward the tailbone, firming the bottom tips of the shoulder blades toward each other, and let your arm bones rest in the sockets of the shoulders. When you're done, come back into child's pose and rest. There are several variations on downward facing dog. It could be a short dog. So if you have your palms under your shoulders when you come into downward facing dog instead of slightly forward, your whole stance will be shorter and you can experience a greater stretch to the low back and the hamstrings. You can do this version if that's what you would like that day. There's also a long downward facing dog. Aligning your palms under the shoulders when you're lying on your belly will set you up at the right distance. And when you move your hips back and up, the distance between your arms and feet would allow you to comfortably rest your head on the floor if your shoulders are relatively open. If the short down dog emphasizes the legs and the low back, the long one emphasizes the shoulder, opening and strengthening. Once you realize that downward facing dog is a back bend for the upper back, a whole range of opportunities can open to you. Seek that sense of expansion of the front body. Rest in the bones of the body, shifting the weight back and pressing through every knuckle in the fingertips. You can play here. Come up on the toes, roll over to the edges of the feet, stretching one side and then the other, keeping the chest low and open to the floor. Another variation is the down dog with one leg lifted, reaching back and up. You can even increase the back bend, looking up over the shoulder at your foot. As with any back bend, the energetic feeling here is expansion, length, spaciousness in the low back, in the chest. You know you're doing this right when on the exhale your lower belly naturally pulls in and up deeply into the backbone. And you're able to engage full diaphragmatic breath. It should travel evenly into the front lower ribs, side lower ribs, and back body as well. Carry this feeling when you move into an upward facing dog or a cobra in your yoga practice. This increases the life force in the body, prana, as back bends tend to do. And when life force is strong, your body is infused with vitality, health, and joy. Namaste.